Hello everybody, this is Tom again, doing my Dark Souls walkthrough. So that dragon killing me with fire was sort of a little bit of an opportunity, I think. Sends me back to my bonfire here, and allows me to show you guys some of the stuff that we skipped by in the Undead Burg. So some of the stuff is going to be stuff we've seen a couple times already, and through that I'm just going to fast forward. But right now, I'm just heading on over here, and it won't be too long. I'm going to go show you guys how you get an Uchigitna. So, I'm just mowing down these hollowed suckers. They can't even front on me. I've fought them too many times for them to try and mess with me. Backstabs all over the place. Gonna come up here to the shield-happy lance wielders. They're easily the most annoying, but I just bait out the attack and try to get the backstab. Oh, and totally noob that instead. A little bit down the line here, I'm going to switch over to live commentary again, which is what I did for the last part of the walkthrough. For now, because I need to edit some stuff and speed it up so that you guys don't get too bored seeing the Undead Burg for the umpteenth time. For now, I am just doing after-the-fact commentary. This guy's breaking through his furniture. It's weird that furniture respawns along with monsters. That's definitely an oddity.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't really care what this guy says at this point. We just want to buy some items from him. What we want to buy off of him is a short bow. Finding that in the weapons here. Well, we also want arrows, but we noticed that we don't have enough money yet for the short bow. It cost 1,000 over there. The different arrow types do different amounts of damage, but the better ones cost more money. The merchant's very offended that we're not buying stuff from him, but it stops him from cackling evilly if you don't buy stuff from him. He's a lot less laugh happy. That's kind of nice. So I'm just gonna burn some souls because farming is for chumps until I need to do it later on in this walkthrough. I'm sure. I'll at least make sure to show you guys where the good farming locations are. That is one thing that I will show you guys towards the end of this video here. But for now, we're just gonna burn enough of those to get 1,300 souls here. Go back and purchasing our short bow. We also want to get some arrows over here. We go with the wooden arrows. Why wooden arrows? Well, they're cheap, and since we're not planning on playing a ranged type of character, we're not going to be bow-centric for how we deal damage. We're not so much concerned about the damage of the arrows so far. And this is how you get an Uchigitna. You fight the merchant. And other than the bosses, he's probably the toughest guy in here. At least that we've run into so far. See, like, that backstab does not even come close to killing him. And he's got a sweet, sweet Uchigitna, of course. So, we don't want to get hit by that at all.
Why me, little
It's really sort of depressing, though, that he mentions the name of his daughter, presumably. But, yeah, now we can look through our inventory and check out the spoils of murder. We've got an Uchigitna, but we do not have the stats yet. See, we need 14 and 14 for strength and dexterity. Right now we have 12 and 9. So, need to level up a few times before we can equip our Uchigitna. One thing that you can do to equip weapons sooner than you otherwise would be able to is to two-hand them, and that reduces the strength requirement. Not sure the exact amount. And because all of that was backwards from where we want to go, we can rest at the bonfire right now. Now I'm going to speed this up a bit here, because, really, how many times have we killed this crossbowman at this point? Well, I've killed him more than you guys have had to watch me kill him, I'll put it that way. I know some of you are putting together a death counter for me, and I'm sorry to disappoint, but I will not be showing all of my deaths. Because on a game like Dark Souls, death comes early and often, and really, I don't think that my pride or your attention span could take it if I showed you all of the times that I died, just because, I get hit by like 4 firebombs at once running through that little room over there. I get kind of lucky here. I actually managed to make it through. That guy doesn't hit me with the crossbow. I managed to make it through here in one go. The next thing that I am going to show you guys here is just real quick. This is how I like to kill a lance dude, right? You hit him once, he attacks you, and then you backstab him. Look, he can hold his shield up all day, but as soon as you attack him, he's going to drop it, and then you can just kill him. That is, it doesn't always work that nicely. Sometimes they just don't counterattack, but oftentimes it does. What does this say? Tough enemy ahead. Of course it does. Because I'm going to show you guys how to kill this Dark Knight here. At least if you roll Pyromancer, this is how you do it. So he just decides that he's going to turn around there. I didn't see that coming, actually. But, I'm just going to back up and hit him with Pyromancy. I don't know why when I was moving away from him he decided to aggro. It doesn't make much sense. Boom! More fireballs. He's down to a third health. He comes forward. He's got nothing. Burning him up. And then he slashes me so hard. If I didn't get that guard up, I was done for right there. It's gonna try and stab me, but as long as you're fast with the pyromancy, a little bit faster than I was there, you should have more than enough fireballs to kill this guy. Sometimes he doesn't guard right away after attacking, so one more, this should do it. Yeah, he quivers and falls to the ground. Titanite chunks, useful for late game, well, mid game I'll say, upgrading of your weapons. It won't be too long before we're using that, assuming that we manage to get a decent amount of souls without dying. Sigh. That is one thing. I did die another time before getting back to the bridge. So this is what I picked up here, is this ring, the blue Tearstone ring. It boosts your defense while hit points are low. The Ring of Sacrifice down there is like a 1-up, but it sacrifices your ring slot, one of them. So later that's not too useful. And now we're just not carrying anything all that important. I decided to just come down here and show you this guy. He's super tough, so I'm not actually gonna fight him. But look at how awesome his armor is. You can actually get that shield and that armor. I'm not sure about the club. I don't know that I've run into the club before, but I'm sure you can. You can equip almost all of the awesome items that you find in Dark Souls. But I'm just gonna run away from him here, so I'll fast forward through that. Going across the bridge where the Taurus Demon was, zigzagging a little bit so that those crossbowmen can't hit me. It's like snipers in real life. And here we are, back at the bridge. Oh man. I think there's a little bit of a luck component here. I don't actually necessarily like the way that I did this. So you've got to dodge those. Those are fairly easy. But I think you should actually cut off to the left here hard in order to not get stunned there. Because that's what killed me last time. This time the dragon's just a little too slow. And you'll see, the dragon's breath kills all of them. You actually get 300 souls there. So you can farm him. Well, get him to farm for you. If you're really hard up for souls to get something done here. I'm not going to do a whole lot of that. But we see that we can knock down this ladder here, and it opens up a pathway right back to the bonfire we've been using this whole time. So, same bonfire, but more useful now. And I've got a point or two that I can put into my my skills, and I'm gonna go with skills that let me use my Uchigitna sooner. I'm gonna start pumping up for that, because that's a sweet weapon. Climb the ladder. This actually puts us right back on track, so there I managed to recover some souls. I might have died to some dragon fire and edited it out there, but this is really what you want to do for farming those from the bonfires. You just poke your head up, you've got to sidestep around that one guy with his shield, and then the fire breathes down. And gets you some souls. Sweet, sweet souls. Typical fight here. I'm going to show you something to do about that dragon's tail in a little bit here. We'll show you the safe way to get his tail. I might try and put together a more dangerous way. Look at this guy stutter stepping back and forth. This is battle, not a dance party. Rookie skeleton guy. I want to kick him off this cliff so bad, but he just won't go. He just won't go. What'd that say? Try kicking. Yeah, I did try kicking. I tried a lot of kicking. It didn't work so great. So, you can see that we can see the dragon's tail from here. What did I say about tails earlier? Well, tails, a lot of times if you knock a tail off, it'll give you something sweet. And I can't wield this bow too great right now, but that's okay. I'm not really in it for the damage at the moment. I just want to be able to land some shots on this dragon's tail to show you guys how you can do that. So right now I actually don't have any arrows equipped. You can see in the bottom left there's a slot, should have arrows in it. My guy's very upset about it. He rears back in disappointment. There we go, those wooden arrows that I got. But if you time this right, which I don't the first time, you can shoot his tail, and he'll come over here, and I actually whiff this shot. But if you aim to the left more, you'll see I'll get it aimed at the very end here. But yeah, if you aim right there the whole time, you can land at least one, if not two arrows while he breathes fire up on the bridge. So I'm not actually gonna go through the motions of blowing off his tail just yet, especially because I don't have the stats for my short bow. So I'm gonna re-equip my hand axe here and head around the corner here, where we will fight something we've seen only one of so far: the giant rat. And now we fight 3 of them. You can see that this creates a little poison counter when they hit you at the bottom middle of the screen. And if that fills up, you start taking damage over time until the entire bar depletes. So it can do well over a health bar of damage, at least early game, if you do get poisoned, so avoid that. The other thing about the rats is that if you farm them, you can get humanity, the item, from killing them, which is a nice health restoration, and also gives you 1 count of humanity up there. And I am just collecting myself here. We have entered the Undead Parish. I'm gonna juke this guy out, stab him in the back, finish this fight off. So you notice that the backstab, well, I'll get to that in a little bit here when I switch to live commentary. Got a boar to fight up here. Actually, a pretty tough encounter. I'm gonna show you guys how to make it pretty easy. There's a couple tricks that you can use on this boar, and right now we actually see that we're baiting out one of these skeletons, one of these hollows, and anytime that you can get one guy to separate from his friends like this, you wanna take advantage of that. So I'm not gonna stop him and run out there or anything. Just wait for him to come up, smash him down. But I'm gonna switch over to live commentary any second. It's right around here. The monsters just get a little bit tougher, just because you're further along in the game. At least I think that's the case. They get a little bit more durable. Yeah, so see, my backstab didn't kill this guy in 1 hit now. So monsters are a little bit more strong. Alright, so this here is a mini-boss. We've got this boar thing here, right? He'll charge you, but he can get stuck on a lot of different things in terms of pathing. And so what I like to do against this guy is to just bait him into this fire right here. And you've got a flaming boar that wants to kill you, right? That's much better. No, but the fire actually does a lot of damage if you can get him to stand on it. Right now he seems to be stuck. Let's see if we can't get him unstuck. Oh, you can actually backstab him. Huh. Learn something new every day, I guess. So he was stuck trying to get back to get back to where he starts. That's why that was doable. It's also the only spot is his butt that's not armored here. So I guess backstabbing is a totally effective strategy I hadn't really used before. I usually just bait him on top of the fire, and then when he's over here, you can also do plunging attacks off of here in order to help kill him a little bit faster too. Oh jeez, yeah, I'm gonna hit my 2 arrows by trying to drink that. I'll get to somewhere a little bit more safe to drink my flask. I'll go ahead. This is a little bit unreasonable of me to fight this guy before taking out the crossbow people up there, but if you just fight him under the bridge, they can't help him. Finish him off with a fearsome attack. And they drop down, draw swords and drop down. What I'm gonna try and do here is just backstab him and then backstab him. Took a bit of a stab there. And mowed down a couple of hollows. Very nice. There, I think, are items up here though, so you can get up to where those crossbow guys were. Crossbowmen, I suppose. By going up here. And yeah, there's an item. Alluring Skull. I've actually never used this item, but I hear that you can use it. The description reads that it attracts some foes, so you could do some stuff to create some traps, I think, with that. I don't know how much you can get people to like drop off of the level or what, but this guy is stubborn. There we go. And then even though he's very shield happy, if you hit him just right when he stands up, you can still get your second shot off. I can't take this and key ahead.